Good morning, everyone. I'm Connor Tyndall with the CBHS Scribe, and I'm here today to do an interview with Coach Jacobs.
Hey, how you doing? Coach Jacobs here in the building. Thank you for having me today, man.
No problem. All right, the first question I have for you is what classes do you currently teach?
I teach principles of business and finance this semester, all three periods that I have. Next semester, I'll be teaching a personal finance mixed in with there as well. So I teach all business classes, and if you guys ever get a empty block or a free period and you want to fill it with a class, sign up for me. Have a good time.
All right. Second question I have today is how do you like teaching here at the high school?
Oh, here at Cleveland High, man. I was teaching at Richmond Senior High School for the last 2 years, and I always compare the two schools. In Richmond, you kind of had to go to work every day, ready for whatever. The unexpected was bound to happen every day. Coming here, the environment is so laid back and so cool. And I would never, I can't say never, but I don't see myself leaving Cleveland unless I get, fired. It's such a great place to work. The students are so laid back. I mean, right now, during my first period planning, I'm sitting in the journalism class doing a podcast with you guys. I've never been in a school and I'm able to do that. So, I mean, it's pretty awesome working here. And all the opportunities and things that are available to you guys is unreal. And I really enjoy it.
All right, well, we enjoy having you. Question number 3 is since everyone calls you Coach Jacobs, what sports are you coaching as of this year?
This year, I started off coaching football. Football was pretty exciting. I got to do that with Coach Riley and the guys. Right now, I'm helping out with wrestling. I'm more of just I watch the football players who wrestle. I wouldn't call myself a wrestling coach. Coach Watkins does a good job with that. I just watch the football players, all our young freshman and sophomore football players who are wrestling. Have a couple of juniors mixed in there as well, but trying to stay in there with those guys and show those guys I care about them in the off season, so they don't get fat, so to speak, and get lazy. Trying to make them be better athletes, just year-round athletes, man. And Coach Watkins does a good job with those guys. I appreciate him letting them be a part of, his program and what he's doing. His guys are in there doing their thing, getting down on the floor. Some of them have been wrestling for 7 years, and our guys are in there maybe 2 days in, and they're just in there just raw, throwing each other on the ground. So, I really appreciate Coach Watkins for that. And Coach Riley for letting me be a part of football programs.
All right, kind of bouncing off the last question, what are your thoughts on this current sports season for the school?
Sports season? Oh, man. One thing I do love about Cleveland's so young. When I say that, I mean they only been open for, 7 years now? 8 years?
Yeah.
I feel like that we're still trying to find our identity. What type of programs are we going to run? Miss Sauls, our principal, she's all about winning. She wants to be great at everything we do, make Cleveland proud, and be Cleveland proud. And I think one unique thing about working here is, being a coach, you get to be a part of that identity. Being the first team to do certain things. Be the first team to win a state championship, win multiple conference championships, put guys in college, put girls in college. So I really think that the ceiling is the roof, so to speak. We're working here in our sports season, this upcoming season, and in the future.
So it gives you a sense of pride,
Yes,
I guess.
most definitely.
All right. Where did you work before CBHS? I think you answered this earlier.
Before I got here, and I worked at Richmond for 2 years, and 2 years before that, I was at Middle Creek High School over in Apex. And me and my wife actually bought a house in Cary because I was working at Middle Creek. Fun thing about working there, I was fresh out of college, 23, 24 years old, and some of the seniors were only 7 years young, well, maybe 5 years younger than me. That was an experience, because me coming in trying to be the tough guy. And those kids were like, hey, you ain't not that old. So that was fun. And going down to Richmond County, working at a school, totally different environment in Middle Creek, Title I school. So they didn't have a lot of the resources that are available to here at Middle Creek. And then coming back here, man, it's just been awesome. Be able to be back home. When I worked at Richmond, I was making a commute. It's like an hour and a half commute. And being back home with my wife every day, everything has been great.
All right. Do you like the environment here at Cleveland High School?
I love the environment. Miss Sauls, hey, every Friday, when your principal comes around every Friday and she has her administration staff with her, and they're throwing pom-poms around. They're playing music in the hallways. They're coming down the classrooms. That's awesome. And that's what it's all about. That's what's going to make you guys be excited about coming to school every day when your principal's excited about Friday. You know, it makes me excited to see her. I see her on Tuesday, and I tell her I can't wait to see you on Friday when you come around. Now, I love Fridays, but don't get me wrong. I love to see her enthusiasm and her excitement when she's coming down the hallways. I think it's great here. And like I said, with Cleveland being such a young school, not being open as long, we're still trying to find an identity, and I think the school spirit is going to be boosted. Morale is going to be boosted. Having Miss Sauls here in place, doing what she's doing. So I really think it's a great environment to be working.
Yeah, every day is Friday if you're winning, right?
Yes, most definitely.
All right, kind of a personal question now. Do you have any hidden hobbies or passions?
Hidden hobbies or passions? Hidden hobbies. I don't know if I have any hidden hobbies. I'm a pretty straight up guy. Once you see, you have me in class, Connor.
Yeah.
I kind of put it all out there on the table the first day you meet me. Talents. I'm a gymnast. Not really, but I'm self-proclaimed a gymnast. I can do a backflip. I can do a front rollover. I can do a cartwheel. Cartwheel? Is that how you say?
Yeah, cartwheel.
Yeah, I can do a cartwheel. So I'm a gymnast. That's one thing a lot of people don't know about me because I look like a big muscular guy. And they're like, oh, he can't do a flip. Coach Jacobs can get down. I get down.
You're also a good dancer,
Yes.
too, according to all the students.
Yes, I'm a great dancer. Yes.
What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Oh.
That gymnast stuff, like you said?
No, I don't. I'm not a gymnast in my free time. It's something I just do spare the moment. When someone, hey, do a backflip. I'm like, you do one first. Free time. And most of the time I'm hanging out with my wife outside of football season. You know, we have 2 cats. So hanging out with Bubba and Jenny. Our 2 cats. Shout out to Bubba and Jenny. Nephew. I have a couple of nephews that I spend a lot of time with my nephews. When do I have free time? Never have free time. So I don't know what that is. But yeah, just hang out with people, hang out with friends. I'm a very sociable guy, so I like to be around people all the time. So anytime I get a chance to be around people, I'm going to be around people.
Yeah, I'm the same way, so I understand completely. If you could describe yourself in 4 words, what would they be?
Oh, I have one word. I can describe myself in one word.
All right.
Unpredictable.
All right.
Very unpredictable. You never know.
Nothing wrong with that. And this is a question I hear a lot from the students who have you in class. The students have you as a coach. What's the deal with the cucumber you keep in your back pocket every morning?
All right, everyone always asks about the cucumber. Let me tell you. Let me break it down. So, January. Let me go back. My wife has been a vegetarian for about 6 years now. I decided in January that I was going to try it. You know, so I go through the whole process of doing the detoxes and the cleanse, and you know, I make it to January 2nd is my day. That's why I'm becoming a vegetarian. All right, so I do it, and then when I'm working at Richmond, you know, I used to eat everything. Every time I ate was on a schedule, but I needed a filler in between that 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. You know, that snack time, that lunch. I ate lunch at 11, so that snack at 9, I need something to kind of fill me in and hold me over.
That brunch.
Yeah, that brunch, yeah, so to speak. So my wife bought me a cucumber. She said, why don't you just eat this cucumber? And I was chopping them up, putting them in bowls, and bringing them to school. So one day I'm running late, and I can't chop it up. I just got to get it and go. So I just bring a cucumber to work with me, and I pull it out and just start chewing on it. In class, you know, chewing on a cucumber because I'm just so hungry, and I don't think about doing it. I just do it. And after a while, you know, the next day I'm like, why chop it up when I just eat it, you know, like a Snicker bar? You know, instead of eating a Snicker bar, think of that cucumber as being my Snicker bar. Instead of me going to buying a Snicker bar or a Reese's cup or a Butterfinger, I'm eating my cucumber. That's the cucumber. That's in my mind mentally. It's a snack. It's a treat. I get to have the cucumber, and it holds me over. But I did become a vegetarian this year, and that's part of it too. Eating that cucumber just to, you know, give me a little just a mental condition, let me know that I'm not as hungry as I think I am. Help me shrink my stomach, and you know, a lot of people don't believe me when I say I'm a vegetarian because you look at me like, there's no way that guy's a vegetarian, but I am.
Especially if you're a coach.
Yeah, football coach. Football coach is a vegetarian. You know, people ask me all the time, you know, there's no way. You probably eat meat at home. You probably eat meat. But why would I come to work and not eat meat if I just eat it at home? So, I don't know. It's funny. I didn't think it was such a big deal until this summer. We were in a staff meeting, and it was about 10 o'clock, and I just pulled my cucumber out of my bag, and I'm eating it. And Miss Sauls calls me out in the meeting in front of everyone in the school. I don't even know, people don't even know my name. They just like, who's this weird guy sitting in the back of the room? I just pulled a cucumber out, and I start eating the cucumber while she's talking. She stops mid-sentence and said, Coach Jacobs, I know you're not eating a cucumber like that, buddy. And everyone turns and looks at me, and I'm like, oh, my God. She just called me out for everybody. But, it was great. So I still do it, still eat my cucumber, same time every day. Sometimes I eat it a little later. Sometimes I might bring two. Maybe one day, if you ever have an extra cucumber laying around the house, just bring it to me. Make sure you wash it off. Bring me a cucumber. I'll enjoy it.
How's the vegetarian life treating you so far?
It's easy now. Let me tell you. The first month was easy. Second month was okay. Third month was really the I got to get through this.
Dig deep, yeah.
Dig deep in the third month. I don't know why. I guess it was because like my third trimester. That's what it was. It was like the third trimester, the rough one. You know what I mean? But the third month was a rough one. But now it's easy. I don't even think about it now. I just go about my day. I ain't even thinking about it. Man. Let me break down what I had for lunch. What I'm gonna eat today.
All right.
This morning at 5:30, I had a bowl of oatmeal. All right. Some of this weird stuff that my wife buys from Trader Joe's. Just oatmeal. All right. So then at about 7. I had like this cup of decaf coffee, just because it put a weird taste in my mouth. I don't know why. And then at 9 I'm gonna have a yogurt and a little granola. Then I'm gonna have my cucumber tea. Eat lunch around 11:30. All right. No, before 11:30, around 11:15. Right at the end of power lunch, I scarf my lunch down, and I have another snack before I work out after school, right around 2:30, and then I go into the wrestling room. And then after that, I have I don't know, some weird protein bar that my wife buys. When I get home, I'll probably have some portobello mushrooms and sweet potatoes for dinner. That's a day in the life of a vegetarian. If you really think about it, how much meat do you guys actually eat? You take, over half your plate is probably fruits and vegetables anyway. So,
yeah, in the right mind, in a utopian society, maybe.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, well, that's all the questions I have for you today. So thanks for coming in.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me. And for everybody out there listening, vegetables are our friends. No, excuse me. Animals are our friends, not our food. Let's be friendly to the animals. Peace.
All right, that was Coach Jacobs. Make sure you follow him on Twitter and any other social media outlet you might find him.
No, only Twitter. Coach Jacobs, at Coach Jacobs LBU. That's my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I'll follow back. All students, I'll follow you back.
All right. Well, once again, thanks for coming in today. And, make sure you fill your free slots with business and what is it? Principles of Business and Finance.
Business and Finance, personal finance.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool teacher. I have him fourth block. He's good at what he does. So, yeah.
Appreciate that.
All right. Well, once again, thanks. And I'll see you in fourth block today.
Woo!